Hey guys, Kate here. So I just wanted to show you a really quick trick for using the heal tool versus the clone tool in Lightroom because I saw this come up a few times this week with some confusion. So I have this picture of a newborn in front of me. This was the little girl I shared with you when I shared my Fresh 48 tips and tricks. And I will show you my after edit in case you're curious. But right now, all I've done to the picture is apply my preset and make a few adjustments to the blacks and take some shadows off of part of the backdrop. So her skin is pretty much unretouched other than the preset. So actually, the exposure and everything looks really good to me. And what I would do is apply a slight skin soften using Kohl's Skin Soften Adjustment Brush, but I actually like to do that after I take the major blemishes out, like these guys, just so I can see them better. Then I'll apply the Skin Soften and then do any fine tuning of any small patchiness on her skin that the Skin Soften doesn't take care of. But right now I want to use some of these larger blemishes to just quickly go over with you the difference between the Heal tool and the Clone tool up here in your brush section. So the heal tool is going to replace whatever you are healing with a different section of the photo, but it's going to merge the two by feathering. So as you can see, you can adjust how much it's feathered in and the opacity. I leave both of mine set at 100. So what that means is when I am healing this spot right here and it's going to pull from another spot, say over here, it's going to blend whatever's here with whatever's here together and feather the two together. So if I end up healing from a section that's much different, like the eyelashes right here, and it's quite dark and a different texture, you're definitely going to see that right here because it's going to actually blend the two together. So let's try that. So I just did my heal spot right there. I'm going to select H on my keyboard and it'll show me where it's pulling from. And as you can see, it's actually pulling from another blemish over here, which is why it's not a clean heal right here. So you can definitely quickly go through and heal, and if everything looks good to you and you aren't seeing any discrepancies, you can leave the selection right here off so you're not seeing it. But definitely remember to hit H if anything looks funny to you or like it's not healing correctly, so it will show you where it's pulling from. It's easiest to do it while you're still on that current selection rather than once you've healed a few other spots. If you hit H, you're going to see all those spots together and it's going to be very difficult to find the one that went awry. The thing with the heal tool or the clone tool, just like in Photoshop, is that it's basically like a smart tool that is attempting to choose the right section of your photo to replace that spot with. And it does a great job a lot of the time, but every once in a while, like right here, it's just not getting it right because it's just replacing one blemish with another. So all I'm going to do is move my heal spot over to a new spot. You want to choose one that is pretty close in proximity to the spot that you're healing from. That's ensuring that all of the shadows and highlights are very similar, which is going to make for a seamless heal. And obviously that you're not replacing one blemish with another. So that looks pretty good to me now. So let's try it again with this spot over here. That one worked a lot better for me, so I'm going to go through and heal. As you can see, that one didn't work so well because it's grabbing from another patch area, so I'm just going to move it quickly. And I'm going to keep going through and healing some of these spots until the major ones look good to me. And I just want to show you quickly what would happen if it did pull from, say, the eyelashes. So I'm going to pretend I'm healing right here on a smaller spot very close to the lash line. And it actually did a fine job, but I'm going to move it over to show you in case it were to heal from the eyelashes. And as you can see, you're getting this really weird dark spot right here. And that's because it's merging the pixels in the eyelashes with your pixels in your eyelid. And you're getting a blend of the two, which still ends up being really dark and reminiscent of the eyelashes, which is really strange, and you're not going to want that. So in that case, you definitely want to hit H and relocate your brush so that it's healing from an appropriate spot. Now, very quickly, the difference with the clone tool is that the clone tool is actually going to be taking one spot and replacing it cleanly with another spot. So as you can see, it's going to literally be taking pretty much what I'm selecting and moving it over, even as far as the detail of one little eyelash here. Now don't ask me why this is the case, because I don't know. It says it's on 100 for feather, just like Heal, but it doesn't really feather. So actually this can be a really useful tool. See how you can see the actual eyelash right here? So this can be a really helpful tool for replacing things that are linear or very defined, like an eyelash. So I don't use this as much for skin healing, but where this would come in really handy would be if I had a piece of lint or something right on the lash line that I needed to heal, and it was like right on the line, like say right here. When I replace it, if it were to select from up here, I would now have a gap in my eyelash line, which I don't want. So Heal doesn't do as well of a job with this, but Clone is really good for selecting another point on that same line, and you have to finagle it a little bit to get the lines to add up. But when you step back, you can pretty seamlessly most of the time correct the line and have it still be totally linear and look totally normal. So that's a really good use for it, and it works really well as well for lines on buildings. So let me find one to show you. I was working with this maternity couple, next to a barn, and I had, so this shot is out of focus. I ended up going with this one that's in focus. That's the same shot right next to it. But just to show you, because I already cloned this out of the one that's in focus, I'm going to apply my preset quickly. And then, as you can see over here, there's this sign because it's like a state park, and I don't want that sign there. So clone comes in really handy for this because my barn is very linear. I'm going to open my clone up nice and big, clone over where the sign is, and then move the spot over to the top part of the barn and line the lines up right here. And as you can see, it looks pretty seamless. And then I would obviously have to continue down here with the rest of the sign, just lining up parts of the picture that are similar until it looked right. So, and I would do a little bit more cleaning over here, but as you can see, for the barn right here, the clone worked very well because I'm able to actually move around the line until the lines line up to each other right there. With Heal, you wouldn't have as defined a line because of the blending, so that wouldn't be a good use for it. So I hope that clears up the difference between the clone tool and the heal tool for you. If you're curious to see with all of that healing what I ended up with and with a slight skin soften, here is the final image of my newborn, and I'll show you the before and after quickly so you can see what I did to her skin. So here's the before with the blemishes and the after, and all of what you see for this creamy milky texture was done just by healing those big blemishes and spots out and dryness of the skin, and then running just a -35 Kohl's Skin Soften Adjustment brush with a bump 5 or bump 10 in exposure over the entirety of her face, and staying away from her eyelashes, her nostrils, and her lips, as we always want those to stay in really crisp, sharp focus. So hopefully that helps you see what the heal tool can do for you and the clone tool can do for you in Lightroom. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching. Bye.